Who doesn't like cucumbers? Cucumbers are so easy to grow and they love the summer sun. This is a young cucumber and the flowers are a beautiful yellow color. Even the leaves have a beautiful roundish shape and deep emerald color, and they typically grow anywhere from about 4 or 5 feet on the vines, clear up to a little over 15 feet. But what if you don't have the advantage of the outdoors or even the summer sun? Well, maybe it is simple to grow lettuce indoors, but can you really grow cucumbers inside? Especially if you are using something such as the very popular Aerogarden, which is a hydroponic indoor unit, and it only has a 40-watt LED light above it. The actual grow bowl on an Aerogarden is a little over a gallon in size and sounds quite small, if you want to grow cucumbers. So let's talk about 6 points for growing cucumbers indoors. Number 1, variety. Having tried Muncher and also Green Fingers varieties, I did manage to get a hold of a parthenocarpic variety called Isnik. And parthenocarpic is just a way of saying that these do not need bees for pollination. They just naturally form cucumbers along their vines. The Isnik variety is very compact, and that's helpful for staying under a grow light such as an Aerogarden 40-watt light. And the vines are not as rambunctious as, say, maybe a Sweet Success variety. Now, variety is just one point. Another is feeding. I am using dyna-gro Foliage Pro 936, and this is a complete hydroponic nutrient, which is liquid. And for the Aerogarden, which is a little over a gallon in size, on a feeding, I am feeding about every 14 days with around 4 teaspoons of this particular food product. So point number 2. During the feeding cycles, as the plant became larger, I did notice a little bit of nutrient deficiency in the leaf, and so bumped up the feedings to about every 12 days, which at this particular stage of growth seems to be helping out more. Point number 3, a lot of people are having issues with leaves that start to get a little bit of yellow on the edges, and that can actually increase in size and have a band that comes out. I found that by supplementing potassium, that it cleaned up the leaves, and the leaves look so much better with the potassium. Another area that was very common for nutrients is my next point, and that is on new growth. The vine can have yellowish new growth, and that is typically from an iron deficiency. Point number 5 is that with these huge leaves, it's easy on a compact plant to shade right over the top of other leaves, such as the one that you see down at the bottom here. Those are unable to get enough light for the chlorophyll to keep that leaf producing. This is actually like a solar panel that doesn't get sun. So it is quite all right to come in and to pinch off these leaves as the plant grows and starts to shade out more of those under canopy leaves. And point number 6, on the vine, try to keep your plant trained to one vine. This one comes out, and I've gradually started to curve it around. And the reason for that is I'd like to keep as much of the plant underneath that light as possible. Now, as that vine comes around, it is quite all right to cut the tip off of it to keep it from growing any further. And you can actually stick that cutting into a glass of water, root it, and have a replacement plant ready when the mother plant has reached close to the end of its life cycle. The tendrils I really don't need indoors. They're nice if you're out on a trellis, but I usually come in and pinch those off as well. So going over those points again, just to summarize. Number one, variety. Pick out something that is compact and parthenocarpic. Number two, a complete nutrient and perhaps a little bit heavier feedings as the plant grows larger. Number three, potassium helps with yellow edges on the leaves. Number four, the new growth, if yellowish, iron can assist with those issues. Number five, the pruning of the plant and the need to curve things around and try to keep all that canopy underneath. And number six, being able to pinch out growth that is under canopy and actually not helping the plant anymore. So with that in mind, feel free to try cucumbers indoors, and if you are one of the literally thousands of Aerogarden users in this country, it would be a great way to grow cucumbers indoors.